Hello everyone, what is going on and welcome back to our My Player Career Mode. Thanks for tuning in, hopefully you're all doing very well. Borussia Dortmund on the brink of Champions League elimination. The quarterfinals, second leg is upon us and we are in need of a remarkable Champions League night. And a quite brilliant comeback if we want a place in the semi-finals. If you missed the last episode, of course, we'll take a look at how we got on. And as you see, we lost 2-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu, which means as we welcome Real back to the Signal Iduna Park, any goals for them will count as an away goal, and we have absolutely none to our name. So it's a really difficult task because we need to score, but also we don't want to give them even the sight of goal to be able to get themselves an away goal as well. And following that match, we've got Mönchengladbach, and we'll end the day with Bayern Munich in the semi-finals of the Deutsche Pokal. So by the end of today, depending on how our two, cup games go, we might only have the league to play for, but let's hope that's not the case. So without further ado, let's get into this Champions League quarter-final second leg. And here are the two lineups then, and I was about to say that I don't think we'll see any changes from Real's side, and it doesn't look like there is any changes. Courtois starts in goal, Mendy, Lindelof, Umtiti and Cancelo as the back four, Odegaard, Casemiro, Pellegrini, with Vinicius Jr., Jonathan David and Rodrigo. On the flip side, there is our starting 11, and we really need to start things off with an early goal just to settle us down and make sure that we don't give Real Madrid even the slightest bit of confidence heading into this. If there's any place to do it, it's at your home ground, and I'm sure the Dortmund fans will be as noisy as ever. Really not surprised by the Real game plan so far in the opening half an hour. They're just sat behind the ball and looking to defend, and they did defend really well at the Santiago Bernabeu, so it's not surprising here as Joaquin Correa's got to take the shot on instead. We had a moment of that at the Santiago Bernabeu where he decided to shoot when he should have laid it on a plate, and that time he did the opposite. Because, yeah, it was a nice idea to try and find Haaland, but he was marked, and that ball through looking for Jonathan David is claimed by Vlaco Dimos, but we're half an hour in, and literally they're waiting for a counter-attack opportunity to grab that away goal. Up until that point, they're content sitting deep and just stopping us from creating too much as we try and over the top ball, which Umtiti heads away. Half-time whistle, Dortmund 0, Real Madrid 0, and nothing out of the ordinary yet. Real just such a unit back there. We've had absolutely nothing in the way of a chance. Corner for Real, Odegaard to take it. Jonathan David off the woodwork. And a goal now for Real would all but do this, and it would sink us out of the Champions League. Correa will block Lindelof's effort. Back to Odegaard then. He sends it to Jonathan David. His pass is cut out by Pau Torres. And now maybe a chance on the counter for Borussia Dortmund. Haaland's ball into our feet. We've got Sancho to our right. Jadon Sancho needs to make that run a bit better, and he didn't, and that's why the chance has gone. Why is Sancho not just really bursting into that space? That's... oh no. That really sums up our night so far. Just not able to find that last bit that we needed. Haaland, Sancho again. This time it's a better run from him, but Haaland plays it backwards to Weston McKennie. Half an hour still to play, and Dortmund still need to. Now then, free kick in 22 yards away from goal. And you know who stood over this? It is Haaland, who takes it on. Side netting. Side netting. Really our best chance of the game so far. We saw him score a free kick. I think his last one actually quite a few episodes ago now. We don't get many free kicks, I've just realised, in dangerous areas, but that time around, unable to hit the target. Time ticking away into the last 18 minutes. Correa's over on this left-hand side, but it's still Dortmund having to try and break them down, and to no avail. I've got to say, Umtiti for me is the man of the match. He has been solid for Real Madrid back there. Here is Palacios. No shooting chance for him. Now Haaland. Still no shooting chance for him. And you can see we're just trying to knock the ball around quickly and not really allow them time to settle, but it doesn't seem to be working out too well. I try a quick 1-2 with Haaland, but his pass back is not really good and it doesn't get us through. Cancelo can play it forward, and this is literally all Real Madrid have done all game. Win back possession, play it up, lose it, and then sit back again. There you go. Pau Torres wins it back. Llorente will take over. And as soon as we have to get it back, it's a case of can we move the ball quick enough to actually create anything. Correa's ball into our feet. Correa doesn't really give us an option though. I mean, he's had another pretty poor game by all accounts, Joaquin Correa. And we need some changes. The boss has still not made any subs. This is brilliant feet from Llorente, and it's a goal for Dortmund. And just as I was getting completely out of hope, Marcus Llorente comes up with something special. And with 10 minutes to go, Dortmund have a lifeline. And the signal of Iduna Park is bouncing. But it's taken absolutely ages. And initially, when his shot's blocked, Llorente, I thought still we won't find anything. But he gets a second chance and it's a thunderous finish. Oh, we need to really use this momentum. Because Real now will be sort of not really sure what to do, whether or not they want a goal just to make sure of this. Remember, away goal for them will all but do it. But with 10 minutes to go, will the nerves kick in? 3 minutes to play. I was all but out of hope as Luka Jovic sends that ball long. Mendy away. And it will fall for McKennie to take over for Borussia Dortmund. And you can see, as time is ticking away, it's now or never. Llorente, arguably the hero so far. Sancho, out to this right-hand side for Palacios. Haaland has gone off and Jovic is on. Llorente into that little gap, which we've occupied. And now we can play it out to Correa. And as Dortmund try. 2 minutes added on by the referee. We need a shot to come through from somewhere. Jovic still has this. Now Llorente. It's got to be now or never. Can we work our way through into the area? Yes, we can. Can we get across, though? Please be a corner. It is a corner. Okay. Oh, my. This is the last action of the game. And it has to result in a goal. We haven't got that many players in the box, but we need a good delivery. There it is. Swung into the middle. Oh, we half win the header. Asensio just smashes it away, though. And that'll frustrate his teammates beyond belief because it gives us another chance to put a cross in. Can we do this any better here and win another header? Again, the delivery goes into the middle. No! Courtois catches. It's done, ladies and gentlemen. To be fair, we actually can't complain because defensively, I think that's probably the performance of the series from Real Madrid. They were unreal over the two legs in defending. We had absolutely nothing, really. But you look, right, and you look back to that first leg. Llorente, when he hits the post in the first leg, having scored here tonight, that would have been enough to send us through. But you win some, you lose some. Marcus Llorente, our top performer on the night, unsurprising with the goal. But then you look at Real Madrid's side, and their man of the match, rightfully so for me. In fact, no, it went to Casemiro. I'd have personally given it to Samuel Umtiti. He was phenomenal. Just sitting at the base of their back four and just essentially having the performance of a lifetime back there. So, yeah, well done to him. Casemiro does get the man of the match for Real Madrid, but I would have given it personally to Umtiti. Actually goes, though, to Marcus Llorente. And Dortmund are out of the Champions League. We will not defend our Champions League trophy on this season. But we've still got the Bundesliga and the Deutsche Pokal to worry about. So, as disappointing as it is, we've got to move on. There's potential for it to be an all-English Europa League final. But not only that, potentially as well, a North London derby final. Arsenal taking on Leipzig, our former club, of course, Arsenal. Man United taking on Spurs. As for the Champions League semi-final draw, it has been made, but for some reason it's not showing us it there. Of course, we're not part of it after our disappointment against Real, but we will still take a look at it and see who they will face and see who potentially might go on to win the Champions League and take our trophy away from us. So there is the draw. Real will face Manchester City and PSG take on Milan. And looking at that, I'm going to predict that it might be a Man City PSG final. But I guess we will find out. For us, though, it's back to the Bundesliga. Hertha Berlin just winning means that we only have 4 points clear now. But if we win here against Mönchengladbach, we could move the gap back to 7 with only 12 points to play for. So, yeah, I mean, just get the job done here. That's the first and foremost part. And from the Signal Iduna Park, we have taken off competitor mode for this, but it will be switched back on for the Bayern semi-final in the Deutsche Pokal, which is following this here. And looking ahead into this match, realistically, we should be heading back 7 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga. We should have too much here for Mönchengladbach, who I think are 7th or 8th at the moment in the Bundesliga. So, not doing terribly, but as the league leaders, you would expect us to have most of the play here as we look for an early cross. There might have been a handball in there, but nothing from the referee, and we still have possession to keep the pressure on. Sancho just in front of us, and here he is on the turn, Jadon Sancho, and twice. It's brilliant footwork from him, but no shooting chance yet, and it looks like Mönchengladbach have been able to defend and clear away the ball. And actually, Hemi Onyekuru's played a brilliant ball over the top to Italiano, who's bearing down on goal, charging forward. Italiano turning backwards, allowing Dortmund the time to get back behind the ball, which now means that Nainggolan picking out the pass to Italiano. The shot comes through and Pau Torres is able to block it behind. But a little moment of quality here from Mönchengladbach and a corner to defend. Eriksen to Sancho, trying to create things for Dortmund, but so far no goal as we look for a shot, and it's blocked quite easily, to be fair, but it's the first shot of the game as we find Eriksen. Is he onside? Well, the ball's in the back of the net, but as you see, there's not much celebration from Borussia Dortmund, which suggests, there you go, the offside flag as we see now. And how close was this? Christian Eriksen, I mean, he kind of dropped back a little bit, but yeah, right decision. And although we had the ball in the net, it will not count. Haaland is making a move through the middle. There's the pass towards him. He hasn't really been able to use much space so far in the match as Nainggolan is with us. There's the pass to Eriksen. Sancho in front of him. Sancho will get his shot away, which requires the goalkeeper's attention, but it was a rather simple save in the end. And Dortmund, with 5 minutes to go until half-time, are beginning to look a little bit frustrated. You can see 3 shots to the one of Mönchengladbach. Great ball from Jonathan Tah. I will chase this, and we have a minute added on by the referee before we go into half-time. Sancho is through the middle. Here is Sancho. Jadon Sancho scores for Dortmund. Get in! That's the least we've deserved from this first half. We have been the better side easily. And it looked like as we were going into half-time that we would be frustrated. But no, Sancho pops up, finishes off at the near post. And it's a brilliant move as well to get him through initially. And that is the quality of Sancho. They had a couple of warning signs. Mönchengladbach didn't heed them. And that's why they're 1-0 down. Straight back at it in the second half. Looking to build on that first goal that we managed just before the break. And this is an early move as well as we find the pass towards Llorente. He's got Eriksen to his right, who can slow the play down. And Eriksen slowed it so much so that it allowed Mönchengladbach to make the challenge. Which Llorente now, you can see it's all very, very tight and congested on the edge of the penalty area. Something that we've seen many times before. Ball to Eriksen! And I don't know how he's picked out the top corner, but he has. And Dortmund have their second. The amount of times we've had to sit and try and break teams down as they're sat on the edge of their penalty area. I mean, there's at least 7 players there in the vicinity of the box. But Eriksen, left-footed, lifts it, just almost place it rather than putting any power behind it with the inside of his foot. Curls it past the goalkeeper. And Dortmund are 2 in front. Here is Thuram to Nainggolan. Back to Thuram. What a ball through from Thuram. And is there a penalty shout? Well, there wasn't much appeal from Mönchengladbach and the referee didn't seem interested. But that is a major talking point then, as Mönchengladbach may have had themselves a penalty. Eriksen's ball over the top as Dortmund look for a counter-attack. Haaland off to this left-hand side and we go to the cross, which I then realised there was no one in the middle actually. Aside from Llorente, that was not a good decision from me. But maybe, just maybe, it should have been a penalty to our opponents. I mean, that is, once again, top quality football. And to be fair to Mönchengladbach, they've not had much of the play. Some of the passing moves they put together, they've deserved a goal. And Vlaco Dimos there at the near post denies them what would be a consolation as we are in the 90th minute. Another corner for us to defend here. Looks like the points are ours anyway, but I would like a clean sheet as well. Onyekuru's ball into the middle. He's headed goalwards and Vlaco Dimos maybe could have caught that. Instead palms it back over, giving Onyekuru another chance for another delivery, which he will happily send in. And player this time is the man to win it, but he's headed down into the turf and wide of the mark. And it will be a Dortmund victory then with 20 seconds to play. Any moment as soon as we have possession, just smash it up the field of play. And there you have it. As for the Deutsche Pokal, Hoffenheim await one of Dortmund or Bayern in the final following a 3-0 win against Augsburg. And where are Hoffenheim right now? They're 5th in the Bundesliga. And as you can see, we are 7 points now clear, as we said, over Hertha Berlin with 12 to play for. We do face Hertha Berlin, though, on the final day of the Bundesliga season. But by that time, the title might already be wrapped up. There you go. There's the game against them. So, yeah, we might already have done it before that match anyways. We do have Bayern Munich then. And you got to say we're favourites to win the entire thing, especially if we go through this match here. As you can see, their team, though, Immobile starts up front. Koeman, Rodri, Sane, Milinkovic, Savic, Henderson, Mendy, Militao, Konate, Kimmich and Neuer. So once again, no Richarlison. But you can see our fitness. It is really bad. We are knackered at the moment. But I need to at least play a half of this and just try and get through as much as I can and impact the game as much as I can even if it means me coming off the end of the game, you know, with no stamina left. But we'll try our best then. Sancho and Haaland in the same boat as me right now, not fully fit. There's a few Bayern players like that, though. And I'm sure with Richarlison on the bench, he should come on at some point during the game. Still don't know why he doesn't start. Kingsley Coman with a run down the right-hand side of Rodri, who I've no idea why he's playing out wide. But a couple of ball rolls later, it allows Coman a shot at goal, which Flacco Demos will save. And the first chance of the game falling the way of Bayern Munich then. And we're only 12 minutes in, and can we find a way out here and play our way out? Surely that's a handball. Thank you, ref. We need to be careful as well, because that's why I came into the match itself. There was a yellow card next to my name, so I'm not sure if that means if I pick up another one, if we are to reach the final, we'll be suspended or not. So, yeah, I'm just going to make sure. Oh, that's a great pass to Coman as he works the space, and we're there to make the challenge. But I can't clear it, and Henderson has it. And I was going to say, we need to make sure we don't make any silly challenges that are awarded a booking to make sure that we are available if we are to get to the final. But that's good from Dortmund. We've been able to get ourselves away from our defensive standpoint, but there's not a lot of options forward for us as we are trying to create down this right-hand side. Palacios now does join the attack, and he's got Haaland at the back post. Palacios waiting and still doesn't put the cross in. Will find us now. There's the delivery in. Sancho's there with a header. Straight at Manuel Neuer. Chance for both sides now. It's been quite an end-to-end game in the first 25 minutes as again we break down the left. This time it's a better looking ball. It's straight at Neuer again though. Oh, it fell to Haaland this time. It was the same outcome though. Neuer can't catch, but he palms it out and Bayern get away with it. And it was just the pace of us breaking down the left-hand side with the ball back into the middle to create that. I said I didn't want to pick up a yellow card. Oh, I said I didn't want to pick up the yellow card. And that's going to be a yellow every day of the week. Oh, does that mean I'm going to miss the final if we get there? I sincerely hope not, but I guess we'll find out. It might apply to Bundesliga matches as well. We're going to have to wait till the end of the match and see. And of course, we might not even end up reaching the final if Bayern are to beat us. Which one of these two sides will break the deadlock first? Well, it's Dortmund asking most of the questions at the moment. Here is Haaland, now into the middle of the box, looking for the pullback. Cut out by Joshua Kimmich, and now Bayern can take it forward. Part of me, as much as I don't like penalties, wants to go to penalties just to add the tension to the video. But at the same time, I want to get the job done in normal time if possible. Scratch that, we've just been substituted, Emre Can is on, so please no penalties because I won't even take one. And we've seen how penalties have gone with the rest of our teammates in this series. So 27 minutes left, I can do no more. I am joining you as a spectator and we'll have to rely on the rest of our teammates to get the job done here. Changes for both sides, Richarlison now on for Bayern. That was the change we were waiting to see. Emre Can into the Bayern penalty area now for Mariano, who does get his shot away. And Neuer unable to prevent the Dortmund corner, which has built momentum here at the Signal Iduna Park. And the fans really behind their team now as Eriksen into the penalty area. Couple of skills, gets himself through. There's the header from Klosterman. Savic, is able to block it behind. Goal now for either side would surely be the winning goal here. As Richarlison trying to use his trickery to open up some space. And you can see the time is ticking away. Eriksen, Can, Ron through the middle from Jovic. And no ball yet from Emre Can. This now, though, does go through to him. Luka Jovic strikes for Dortmund, breaking the hearts of Bayern Munich. And in the Signal Iduna Park, Dortmund surely have booked their spot in the Deutsche Pokal final, where they will meet Hoffenheim. And Luka Jovic is the man who's done it. Full credit the way of Emre Can, though, for his exceptional dribbling and the composure to wait until the right time to play the pass. Jovic takes the shot early, which does not allow Neuer time to set himself. And it is a phenomenal finish into the far corner. And I'll tell you what, that's deserving of winning this football match. Outside of maybe the first half, Bayern haven't looked the better side here. Dortmund have been the ones on the front foot, asking the questions, and just the single minute added on by the referee means that as they play this ball backwards, that will do it. Ref, thank you. Dortmund 1, Bayern 0. We're into the Deutsche Pokal final, but now the question mark is, can I play in it? Because with that yellow card, I'm not sure if I've got a suspension. I'm hoping that if we are to be suspended, we'll actually be able to be suspended for the Bundesliga rather than the Deutsche Pokal. Yeah, disciplinary issues. So it looks like... Yeah, so we are suspended. And I think that it applies to the Bundesliga, which it does. So we're good to go, it looks like, for the Deutsche Pokal final. I mean, it's not ideal, right? Because, in fact, Hertha Berlin have just lost. Hang on, let me work this out. So if we were to win... Oh, no. We need to either draw or lose, or you won't see us lift the title because I'm suspended. All right, well, the hope is that we end up with a draw or a defeat to Leipzig. Or else we won't get to see us lift the Bundesliga title because it'll be mathematically impossible for us to be caught. A 2-1 win, I think, means we are Bundesliga champions. I will just get confirmation of that. But for the fact that we might have missed the Deutsche Pokal, but we are now allowed to play in it because we were suspended, there's 9 points to play for, and we are 10 points clear at the top. Is that the title? Yeah, there you go. Dortmund nail Bundesliga title. So it means you won't get to see the title lift and that sort of stuff. Maybe you actually will, because that was an away game. So maybe we will lift it our next home match, potentially, hopefully, fingers crossed. But that's confirmation anyway. We do have Dusseldorf at home very next game of the next episode. So, yeah, we should hopefully lift it there if we are to. But it does mean we've won the Bundesliga. And we're in the Deutsche Pokal final. So that's what we have to look forward to for the rest of the season. Of course, being knocked out of the Champions League is not ideal. But we'll look past that. We're going to take a look quickly at the Premier League and the Championship. So Arsenal in 6th place at the moment are so far off of Chelsea in 5th. In fact, not mathematically possible they can catch them. They could still fall as low as 7th and potentially maybe even 8th. But I'm not sure they will. Into the Championship, are Norwich looking like they're gaining promotion back? Well, it's ever so close. West Brom, just a single point behind them. Nottingham Forest charging to the title with 108 points. That's crazy. So yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes on Norwich with 2 matches to play. Can they secure themselves Premier League football again? For now, though, that is where we'll end today's episode, my friends. Thank you all so much for watching. Apologies the fact there's only 3 matches today. However, there will be an episode tomorrow for you as well. But until next time, stay safe, have a great day, have a great evening, and I'll catch you all again very, very soon. Adios.